तो नमस्कार दोस्तों, बहुत बहुत स्वागत हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल में। और दोस्तों मैं हूं AKSRajveer, आपका लिटरेचर लवर। दोस्तों मैं आपके लिए प्रोवाइड करता हूं इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर ऑन यूट्यूब ऑन लिटरेचर लवर्स ओनली एंड ओनली 15 क्वेश्चन related to English literature. But learners, these 15 questions are really interesting and having a lot of knowledge. And learners, this is the 12th video. I have already completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So learners, all the videos links has been given in description, so you may watch. Learners, one more thing I would like to inform you. So that is, I have already started a paid course at Unacademy platform. So download Unacademy, the learning application, where you can get free and paid both type of classes. All the detail is given in description box, so learners, you may check. See learners, I have started this crash course, and this crash course is going to cover entire syllabus within time. So use my referral code, that is AKSRajveer, and by using this referral code you will get 10% off on your Unacademy courses. And learners, you can enjoy unlimited classes for both the paper 1 and as well as paper 2. Because learners, with the help of these two papers, you will be able to clear your upcoming UGC net exam. Now learners, I'm going to show you, these are the slides you can see on your screen. So I'm going to show you the questions I'm going to deal with. So 15 questions, and see the first question on your screen, learners. So this is the first question you can see on your screen. So learners, first question is, which of the following was the Tower of London used for in the Elizabethan age? So let us see as an astronomical observation deck, as a storage place for grain, and let us then see as a prison, and then let us as a school for the royal children. So let us, these are the four options, and please do select the correct one, and please let us, then I will show you the correct answer on your screen. Please let us have a look. And let us, one request, please like the video if you are really interested in my videos. Okay, so see let us, correct answer is as a prison. And let us, yes, the Tower of London has, so Tower of London during Elizabethan time period, so that is started from 1558 to 1603. This is the time period of Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth I. So let us see this, the tower name, the name of the tower is Tower of London. So let us, it was used as a fortress, and then as you can say as an imprison, and let us, even it was also the place where kings and queens were living, and this was the home, and even it was the place where treasury, you can say, let us, jo khazana tha, English government का English king का, not government. So let us, English king like Queen Elizabeth. So this was the place. So let us, यहाँ पर जो option है, so this will be the correct answer, as a prison. Now see the next one question on your screen, learners. But before I'm going to show you the next one, but learners, before going to the next one, see the image, learners. This is the image of Tower of London, or learners, you can say London Tower. Now see the next one. In what language did Shakespeare write? Middle English, German, Old English, Modern English. So learners, you have four options, and learners, now do select the correct answer and write it down on your copy or on a comment box. And do not forget to share at the end of the video your score. What is your score out of 15 questions? Now see the correct answer on your screen. So learners, correct answer is Modern English. You have different ages, Old English period, and then learners, Middle English period, and after that you have Renaissance time period. So Renaissance time period, in somehow it is known as the modern time period too, because this was the time period when exploration of the world was started. So William Shakespeare, he has written in Modern English, and as he was the person, he contributed more than 1700 words, learners, you can say. He was the great author, he was the great poet, and he was one of the great playwright, even crown of English playwright. So learners, yes, you can see this was the time period when he has written in Modern English. Now see, learners, which work was completed last? So you have John Milton's Paradise Lost, then you have George Herbert's The Temple, and then let us see William Shakespeare's Tempest and Ben Jonson's Walpole. So out of these four, which one was completed last? So let us do write the correct answer on your copy or on comment box. So learners, now I'm going to show you correct answer. So learners, you can see the correct answer on your screen. So this is correct answer. John Milton's Paradise Lost. Learners, I have already mentioned the date of publication of these all works. Ben Jonson's Walpole. When Ben Jonson's Walpole, learners, so this was appeared in 1606. So this is the time period, you can say, learners, Jacobean time period, because learners, Jacobean time period that was started in 1603. Okay, learners, and now see, learners, and it was ended in 1625, learners. Yes, you can say 1625. William Shakespeare's Tempest. So learners, this is a wonderful comedy by William Shakespeare. And this particular work was written in 1610, but it was published in 1611. So learners, this is on second place. Then see, learners, 1633. George Herbert's The Temple. Learners, you have already known the name, that is metaphysical poets. Metaphysical poets. And metaphysical poetry and poets, this is interesting topic, learners. I have already made a video on the same topic, and that is uploaded on the same YouTube channel. You can watch, learners. See, learners, John Milton's Paradise Lost. So this was appeared in 1667. So learners, you can say, because from 1660 to yes, you can say 1700. So this time period is known as the Restoration time period, learners, because the monarchy was restored. Monarchy was restored. Charles II became the king after his father's execution. So learners, this is the time period you can consider. So 1667. So learners, this was the last work. And George Herbert's The Temple, learners, you can say this is the collection of sonnets, metaphysical sonnets. Now learners, I am going to show you the next one question on your screen. So see, learners, this is, who among the following was not a Renaissance writer? William Shakespeare, Philip Sidney, Christopher Marlowe, Sir Thomas Malory. Learners, this is really interesting, but one of the easy question, and I think, learners, most of you has already known the answer, which one is the correct answer. So learners, now I'm going to show you. See, Thomas Malory. Learners, these all are the Renaissance writer. William Shakespeare, he belongs to Elizabethan time period. Sir Philip Sidney, so learners, he was also from Elizabethan time period. And later you can see with Philip Sidney, he has also written during Jacobean time period. Then Christopher Marlowe. So he is one of university wits, and even he is also considered as the leader of university wits. His works are going to show you the clear-cut picture of Renaissance time period, and his heroes are, you can say, learners, filled with different kind of emotions. So that can be seen in Marlowe's work. Even you have Dr. Faustus, Chamberlain the Great, and Edward II and Zoo of Malta. So these are the interesting work by Christopher Marlowe. Now see, learners, I am going to, and yes, listen, learners, last one. So Thomas Malory, his famous work is, which one is the famous work by Thomas Malory? Learners, do write the answer on comment box, and I will reply you. Surely, learners, I am going to reply you on comment box. Now see the next one. So learners, Milton. Thou shouldst be living at this hour, England had need to thee. Indeed, but who was it summoning his ghost? So let us see, learners, Horatio Herbert Kitchener, William Blake, and then let us see William Wordsworth and John Keats. So let us, out of these four options, I know learners, you are near the answer, but I'm going to show you the correct answer. And I think learners, you have already noted on your notebook. So learners, I'm going to show you correct answer. C. Learners, correct answer is C. William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth, a romantic poet, lover of nature, and high priest of nature. He is known for lyrical ballad and a few other poems. See, learners, London 1802. This is the wonderful poem by William Wordsworth. And this is a sonnet, learners. And London 1802, this sonnet sometimes is considered as the part of prelude. Now let us see London 1802. The rhyming scheme of this particular sonnet is A, B, B, A, B, B, A, and then let us see C, D, and then D, E, C, E. So this is the rhyming scheme of this particular sonnet written by William Wordsworth. And in this particular poem, he is going to address a famous personality from Puritan age, because learners, John Milton belongs to Puritan England, you can say. So learners, yes, John Milton, and he is going to address, and he is expecting Milton, thou shouldst be living at this hour. England hath need to thee. So learners, these are the lines. And Milton is known for Areopagitica, Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained, and even learners for Lycidas, a wonderful pastoral elegy. See the next one question. Thomas More's Utopia placed the blame for society's problem on human nature, God's will, society itself, and the church. So learners, these are the four options, and out of these four options, you have to select one. And please note it down on your notebook or on comment box, learners. And do not forget to share your score at the end of the video. So I think, learners, you are going to share your score. So let us see the right answer, correct answer on your screen. So learners, I am going to show you. See the correct answer, learners. This is Utopia. And learners, yes, Utopia में learners जो this is the work by Thomas More, and on Utopia, learners, yes, blame for society's problem was pushed on society itself. कि अगर society में किसी ने गलत किया है, it means आप खुद जिम्मेदार हैं, ना nature, ना God will, ना church, ना फिर कोई और. You are, yes, you are yourself. You can say problem behind the you are yourself. You can say, learners, major problem. So now let us see. Utopia is a work of fiction, and this is the work that was written by Thomas More, learners. And this particular work was written in 1516, and learners, you must remember, because this work was written in Latin language. Later on, it was translated, and learners, during you can say 1551. So learners, in 1551, it was translated in English. And see, learners, the major theme that can be explored, that can be seen in this particular work. So you can see, learners, contrast to the problems of the real world, such as poverty, crime, political corruption, with the harmony, equality, and prosperity of utopian society. So learners, yes, you can see Utopia is a kind of world that is, learners, that can be compared with Ram Rajya. Learners, a place where everything is morally good and everything is good. And on the other hand, learners, you can see during modern era, you have seen dystopian work like George Orwell has also written a dystopian work. Now see, learners, which of the following is not an example of restoration comedy? It reads The Man of Maud, Wasserly, The Country Wife, and then C. Baines, The Rover. So let us and then see Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. So which one is not an example of a restoration comedy? I'm going to show you correct answer, because learners, this one is super easy question. So learners, it reads Man of the Mood. This is a restoration comedy, or learners, you can see comedy of manner. Washerley, so The Country Wife, and Baines, The Rover. These all are restoration comedy. But Marlowe, learners, he belongs to Elizabethan time period, from Renaissance time period, and he is a great tragedian. Even he has never written comedy, only and only tragedies are there. Let us now see Marlowe's The Dr. Faustus. So this is the work that was appeared in 1592. And this is a wonderful work. In this particular work, learners, you can see a story that is based on a German story named Faust, learners. And on the same way, learners, from German story, Faust character has been derived. So on the same way, in this particular story, in this particular drama, play, tragedy, you can see Faust is there. And learners, yes, he is a great scholar, Faustus, Dr. Faustus, a great scholar. But he got bored with the traditional type of knowledge available to him. And let us now he want to learn like logic, medicine, law, religion, but more than its reach. He want to learn more and more, and he want to see utmost bound of human thought. So let us see his two friends. One is Waldes and another one is Cornelius. So these are the two friends, and they started teaching him magic. And then finally, Dr. Faustus become so much expert in necromancy, and later on, learners, he uses this magic, this technique to summon Mephistopheles, and learners later on वो अपनी जो सोल है learners वो अपने आप को गिरवी रख देता है 24 years के लिए. एंड फाइनली learners वर्डली वर्ड को बहुत सारी चीजों को एंजॉय करता है. इवन हेलेन ऑफ ट्रॉय को भी स्टेज पे बुलाता है, एंड ही वांट टू शो हिज पावर. After completing 24 years, Mephistopheles comes, and yes, finally, learners, this is the downfall of Dr. Faustus. Now, see the next one question, learners, you can see on your screen. Which poet collaborated on lyrical ballad of 1798, thus demonstrating the spirit of the age, which is an era of revolutionary thinking, depends on a belief in the limitless possibilities of poetic imagination. Mary Wollstonecraft and William Blake, Mary Wollstonecraft, Shelley and B.B. Shelley, William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and then see learners Charles Lamb and William Hazlitt. Learners, I know you are near the answer or you got the correct answer, but learners, I am going to tell you more interesting thing. William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge both published lyrical ballad in 1798. This was the year when lyrical ballad was published, and this was the time when this become the learners. You can see this become the milestone year in English history. With the publication of lyrical ballad, Romantic age started in England. And learners, these two were the pioneer. But learners, you have to remember, first lyrical ballad that was appeared in 1798, it was a blank kind of, because learners, on the first page, or learners, you can say on the writer's name, learners, there was no any name. But on second, learners, you can say second edition, because that was appeared in 1800. So yes, yes, there was mentioning of the two names, Wordsworth and you can say Samuel Taylor Coleridge. And this was a kind of new experiment by William Wordsworth. Let us lyrical ballad first contains only 23 poems, 19 by Wordsworth and remaining 4 by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. First poem is the Rime of Ancient Mariner. That was, yes, that is the first poem, and last poem in Tintern Abbey by William Wordsworth. See the next one question, learners. Who wrote the dystopian novel 1984, in which Newspeak demonstrates the heightened linguistic self-conscious of modernist writers? George Orwell, Virginia Woolf, Evelyn Waugh, and Orson Welles. So these are the options. And learners, now you can see the correct answer on your screen. So learners, do like the video, please, and share with your friends too, learners, and do not forget to follow me at Unacademy. Download Unacademy, the learning application. And learners, you can also join my paid courses, crash courses at Unacademy, and complete courses to learners for UGC NET exam. See, learners, George Orwell has written 1984. I have already discussed, learners, yes, there are two types of novel. One is utopian, where you can see everything is good at all. And on the dystopian novel, you can see, learners, the world that is destroyed by the human being and the others, you can see, learners. George Orwell, he has written 1984, but learners, it was published in 1949. So learners, this is a kind of prophecy because आप देख रहे हैं 1949 में published हुआ, but it is going to talk all about 1984. And learners, this is really a wonderful work. And learners, you can see in this particular work, you can see Big Brother is controlling everything, at least on this world. Now see, which bird did the ancient mariner kill? Seagull, albatross, hummingbird, and then crow. So learners, now please let me know on comment box, or learners, do note on your notebook. So learners, now I'm going to show you the correct answer on your screen. So see, learners, Rhyme of Ancient Mariner. So Rhyme of Ancient Mariner, this is a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge and published in 1798. This is the year when it was published. Learners, this is the first poem in this particular collection, and on this particular poem you can see a description of an old man. He is known as a mariner, and he is going to share his story and his stops wedding guests who were going to attend a wedding. And yes, with glittering eyes he stops those two, but one of them goes. And learners, finally he is going to share the story. And finally, learners, the message of this particular poem, the Rhyme of Ancient Mariner, is to love and respect for every creature of the world. So learners, yes, albatross is the bird in this particular poem. Learners, for more detail, you may look at the summary of Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Now, this particular poem, yes, written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, was appeared in lyrical ballad. Now see, who wrote "Dies"? Yes, that's my last disease painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive. So let us see, Lord Byron. Then you have Oscar Wilde, and then Robert Browning and William Wordsworth. So let us, these are the four options, and out of these four options, you have to select one. So learners, I'm going to show you correct answer and on your screen. And learners, if you are thinking I'm too fast, so do pause the video and enjoy. Now see, learners, correct answer. So that's my last disease. These are the lines from my last disease, a dramatic monologue by Robert Browning. Learners, this particular poem was published in 1842, and yes, Robert Browning is considered as a wonderful optimistic poet because he is going to say, "Fail I alone in words and deeds when all men strive and who succeed." So learners, this is what you can see. Yes, this particular poem was appeared in 1842 and going to share a story of a prince, yes, Duke of Ferrara, a kind of haughty prince, a kind of cruel prince, learners, and going to share the story. Dramatic monologue, learners. So a monologue, mono means, learners, single, and log means conversation. So it means, learners, a single person comes on a stage and he's going to share his own experience. And often, learners, you can see on Browning's dramatic log, you will find a poet, painter, or any artist it may be. Learners, this poem is written in 28 rhyming couplets having iambic pentameters. Now see the next one, question on your screen. Which mock epic begins? What dagger offends from amorous Ganges springs? What mighty contest rise from trivial things? So let us see Dryden's Macflecknoe, Pope's The Rape of the Lock, and then let us see Pope's The Dunciad, Dryden's Absalom Achitophel. So I'm going to show you correct answer on your screen. I think, learners, you have already written correct answer on your screen. So see the correct answer. This is the correct answer, learners. Pope's The Rape of the Lock. learners, this particular work, The Rape of the Lock, first time it was appeared in 1712, then 17, you can say 15, and then 1717. So learners, yes, 3 editions are available of Rape of the Lock. Learners, this is a wonderful mock epic. Because learners, you know, epic is a long narrative poem, having great subject, having universal importance. But on the other hand, you will see a different kind of characterization in a mock epic. Learners, yes, this particular work was published in 1712 in Lintott's, yes, learners, Lintott's Miscellaneous. This particular work was published in this work, and learners, this is known as a burlesque or mock heroic work. That Milton was of the devil's party without knowing it was said by. So Blake, Eliot, Johnson, Shelley. So learners, you have these 4 options, and out of these 4 options, you have to select one. And learners, do like the video and share with your friends. It's my humble request, because learners, sharing is caring, and कभी भी ज्ञान को बिना गुरु की दक्षिणा दिए नहीं लेना चाहिए. बाय द वे लर्नर्स, अगर मैं आपके लिए वीडियोस प्रिपेयर करता हूं तो आप शेयर कर सकते हैं, आपका कुछ नहीं जाता. हाँ, मेरे लिए एक सपोर्ट जरूर होता है. Now see learners, Blake is the correct answer. You can see William Blake. William Blake has written, yes, Milton was of the devil's party without knowing it, in his work Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Learners, you must note down the name of the work, Marriage of Heaven and Hell. So this is the work by William Blake. Now see learners, essays of Elia are so full of didactic, sermonizing, practically autobiographical fragments, and then let us see remarkable for their aphoristic style, and then let us satirical and critical. So do select the correct answer and note it down on your copy or on your notebook, learners, or you can also write your answer on comment box too. Learners, it will be a matter of happiness for me if you are going to write answer on comment box. So see learners, correct answer on your screen. So practically these all are autobiographical fragments, you can say. Essays of Elia, learners, yes, you have already heard the name Charles Lamb. And Charles Lamb is known as the Prince of English Essays. Who is the father of English Essays? So learners, Francis Bacon. And who is father of essays? So learners, who is he? He is Montague. And learners, yes, Essays of Elia, because learners, Elia is the adopted name, pseudonym or pen name, and this was adopted from an Italian clerk. He was working in South Sea House with Charles Lamb. Let us see Essays of Elia. First time the first volume was published in 1823, and later on the next volume that was appeared in 1833. So learners, yes, these are the two particular learners editions available of Essays of Elia by Charles Lamb. Practically learners, these all essays are, you can say, combination of autobiographical fragments of Charles's life. One of the most important essay, learners, you can see, that is Dream Children a Reverie. Dream Children a Reverie. Now let us see the next one question. Dylan Thomas is associated with the group The New Apocalypse, the Black Art, the Movement, Deep Image Poetry. So let us now, you can see the correct answer on your comment box. So correct answer, here is the correct answer. So let us New Apocalyptic. So this was a UK poets group, and yes, they take name from an anthology named The New Apocalypse that was appeared in 1939. Now let us, so these were the major you can say editor of New Apocalypse. So let us, you can see J.F. Henry DC and all. Now let us see the next one question on Joyce. Oh, sorry learners. So this was the last question, and I think learners, आपने बहुत enjoy किया इस test series को. And if you really likes my videos, so learners, do share with your friends or any social media platform, learners. I need really your support. You can join my learners paid courses at Unacademy. Use my referral code, that is my name. Use my referral code AKSRajveer, get 10% extra discount in your courses. And learners, yes, prepare yourself for upcoming UGC NET exam with India's top educators at Unacademy for both the papers. So thank you so much learners, and please stay tuned with me, and it's my humble request because learners, अगर आप मेरे साथ stay tuned हैं तो मुझे भी काफी अच्छा लगेगा, काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा। बाय द वे लर्नर्स, मेरे नेक्स्ट वीडियोस भी डेली आते रहेंगे आपके लिए। थोड़ा सा विंडो मेरी एग्जिट हो जाए सो देन मैं आज की क्लास फिनिश करूंगा। सो लर्नर्स, डेली आपको मेरे से वीडियोस मुझसे मिलते रहेंगे और मैं उम्मीद करूंगा कि आप पसंद करते रहेंगे। एंड लर्नर्स, इवन आप अनअकैडमी द लर्निंग एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करके वहां पर भी मुझे आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं और डेली फ्री वीडियोस रिसीव कर सकते हैं। बिकॉज लर्नर्स, अनअकैडमी पर भी मैं 1 आवर की क्लास लेता हूं, एंड लर्नर्स रियली इंटरेस्टिंग क्लास, क्योंकि वहां पर मैं आपको प्रोवाइड करता हूं पोल आपकी स्क्रीन पर, और दोस्तों आप मजे से क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करते हैं। कमेंट बॉक्स में आंसर राइट करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती। सो थैंक यू सो मच लर्नर्स।